Give thanks and praise to the mystic laws of the universe and its protective functions and forces in nature that guide our thoughts and our path in all ways that are lawful, correct, and positive. We do give thanks and praise. It's an absolute victory over the presumptive adversary. And we say, you public servant, I acknowledge and accept your commercial bond and public oath or affirmation of allegiance made on the penalty of perjury to uphold the constitutional laws of the United States of America or the constitutional laws of the island nation of Jamaica, or any which part of the, where them have the constitution, where them have to have a clause known as the Bill of Rights or the Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedom. So, yeah, them have to know these things. But we are dealing with the foundational instrument of foreign colonization that is extant, still going on. So we say we acknowledge and accept your commercial bond and public oath or affirmation of allegiance made on the penalty of perjury to uphold the constitutional laws by all public officers in full accord. In order to verify a public police officer's statement, which is that witness statement, complaint, or claim, to make it credible, said police officer must present a certified criminal complaint under penalty of perjury, placing their personal, legal, commercial, and financial liability at risk. Without complying with this stipulation, the police officer's claim is frivolous at best and malicious at worst. I do not wish to participate in this unlawful matter. I now order you, hearing examiner, to dismiss this matter with prejudice upon request of the Western Territory, now called Commonwealth. Now I'm on kind of present them kind of information, yeah. Salute, Barry and Kerry. For bring clarity for my people, say, we structure and function separate and distinct from the colonization and the colonized infrastructure, the political system that is out there. This is why I'm tell my people, say, it's all about what I'm gonna call your status. Some call it political status, but I just say your social status, because I choose to be non-political. And the organization and the association where we is a part of is just that, non-political. So our status is non-political. You understand? And we can go ahead and say we are what we call sovereign American national. And that is in the capacity as a West Indian. And as a West Indian, we are separate and distinct from the colonization, meaning Congress, the United States Congress, the United States of America Congress, whether they're in assembly or not, whether it's the Continental Congress or this new thing what I bring forward, it not apply to us. And all of my information, especially the latter information I'm going to share, yeah, express that May I use them congressional records to express it clearly, so them are invaders. They're all foreigners to this location, and then brought all those foreign vagabonds from the Eastern Territory, brought them over here, and then create them learning institution and teach my people, West Indian, American Indian, Ameri-Indians, Awak Indians. They taught my people that they're from somewhere else. Try express what the definition, according to us, of colonization is. And that is when a foreign people come, invade your location, totally dominate you through the process of time. It's not all out war. And when me I say that, me not talk about it as the foreign white man, so-called, or the Caucasian. No, it was people that looked just like us. And if you go to biblical analogy, you can call them the Edomite, you know what I mean, the Ishmaelite, all of these people. But go up against what them call the Jacobites. You understand? It's no different. They look just like how you say we would look. You know what I mean? But you can read, and that is because of the miscegenation, the interrelation. You know what I mean? One group of black people intermingle with the next group of black people and then bring forth black people. But we originate right here, always been right here. We're separate and distinct from all others. I'm telling them, when you're going to prehistory, according to their narrative, they were clueless about us up until when other people will look like us, those Moors, those Edomites, those Ishmaelites. It's always a specific group, my people. It only need, one to contaminate the others. So this is what we have experienced. And then the very same people who look like us, sold us out to others, lost their position, and then teach those others how to enslave us over here. So this is why we have a little saying where we say, not all skin folk are kin folk. Sodomite, not because you look like me, meaning me and you are the same pussy. Brawling. Just like some of these cross-dressing sodomitic maroons that is existing here. We are not the same sodomite. I claim West Indian origin right here. Ameri-Indian, American Indian. That's who I am. That's who we are. We are not maroons. That's a colonized term. And when the sodomite then use those terms and promote those terms, especially the entertainers like Queen Ifrica and Kerry, when it's the sodomite Curry and that boy L.A. Lewis, dance like rat bat. All I want to do is promote colonization. I want to get a lot of money from colonizing masters for promoting. I want to flaunt on an imaginary wealth out there and catch the dunce people and the low IQ people and the people that want to see value within themselves, can't see the value within them ones and ones around them. Then make some sodomite people, rainbow people, cross-dressing people, demonic people infiltrate their location and spoil them with trinkets, some little trinkets, some little things. Some men have no respect for nobody where say them are maroon, nobody where call themselves black. I'm telling myself, it's a little area where the sodomite people take over Ikabola there, on that continent there, what we call the 3 Indies. Them take over one small area, province. Research African province. That's where that name come from. And these sodomites spread out themselves. No different with what them do here. When them come in the Americas, what we call it, in this Western territory, them only could have entered the coastline areas. And from there, them just spread out themselves. So when you want to prove colonization, look at the legal codes that was issued from the Spanish crown that invaded this location first. What did I say? Not laws. Legal codes. This is where my people are having problems. Rather than look at corporate bylaws, which are policies, not law, bylaws. Corporate bylaw applies only to people who are members of that specific corporation. This is why the United States of America as a country is a corporation. A country is synonymous with a corporation. So when the United States of America as a corporation, a business enterprise, have a leader, which is the president or the CEO. You understand what I'm gonna call it? Corporate executive officer, top man. That's what Donald Trump is, businessman. So when Donald Trump move policy, rearrange policy, a set policy, it's for the people within that corporation. So whatever policy them place, they can call those policy laws. Why? Because it's their bylaws. Again, country. Now, the moment you are considered a country, you're colonized. By the very United States of America, when them come together as colonies, then form their corporation called the United States of America. This is when the very colonists, the foreigners, said they must separate from their foreign crown. It has nothing to do with us. Never did, never will. Their aim is to totally oppress us. It's called colonization. This is because this is how we prove it. The rules that are being enforced, are being implemented, is foreign thing. That's what I said. That's where it come from. This is why when you leave a country like Jamaica, which is a corporation, you're gonna need permission, which is visa, to go to a next corporate country like the United States of America corporation. So when you're separate and apart from all of this, those nonsense doesn't apply to you. These demonic people cannot speak to you lawfully. They'll try to entice you to operate in their system legally. But again, it's all about contract. Everything to do with contract. You understand? And again, you have what is known as contract, you have what is known as agreement. The agreement, all right. If I wanted to ask me what go on, you know, why your expression or contract, just layman terms, then me just say what you know. When we have contract and agreement are two different words, so it have to have two different connotations. I would say the agreement is like me and you. We just meet you and we find interest in something specific. So we are going to agree to come together and move in that specific direction for whatever the program is. Now, that's just us agree. In order for that agreement to become enforceable as law or to be termed a contract, a binding contract, now that agreement has to be endorsed by both parties. This is where it said it's meeting of the mind. You understand? Separate entities coming together, discussing whatever the situation is, making stipulations that they can agree on, and endorsing it to make it, be enforceable by law. Now, Babylon come with a new system where they might remove what I just expressed, which would be under common law. Then come with this presumptive thing where them say, oh no, we're not going to do it that way. We're going to just make a presumption, sir. Yes, we have an agreement. And yes, if I say I have an agreement and you don't rebut it in writing saying we don't, then that will be considered tacit acquiescence or tacit procreation. This is where, because you stay silent, never object to what they are bringing forward, then it is deemed as truth. So the police officer can write a witness statement which is fallacious, meaning the police officer can write lies and put it on paper and work in conspiratorial cohesion with the court clerk and the court personnel. But if you are not cognizant and say, hey, I didn't do that, write it down on paper and place it on the court to rebut it or is a counterclaim, then the mother can prosecute you and say, boy, then make a statement, make a claim, and you will never defend it. You know what I mean? Forget the result. Then it will stand and you're going to be prosecuted. People, there's a lot of levels to it. One of the first and most important thing one should remember is that these demonic people can't talk to you, they can't interact with you, they can't have nothing to do with you. They can only interact with a piece of paper. But because of the surety agreement, we attach you to that piece of paper. The piece of paper is the beneficiary trust certificate represented by what one call birth certificate that has been monetized, hypothecated. That's the piece of paper. That's what is known as a collateral asset. Yeah, that's the security. It's a registered security. That's why the moment you become knowledgeite and start expressing it in writing, these public servants who are in fact public trustees are to take note. Now you have create records of their activity. And if them are going to make a mess of things and you have record that can prove that they are making a mess of things, them are going to try everything for either hide themselves or walk away from the mess what they must try to create. How do I know that? I remember I got through this thing where them tell me I not have no right to be free. It's not no right to travel. It's not no freedom of movement. It's my absolute inherent right to be free. And the moment I'm not engaging in a commerce out there, no police officer out there where I enforce law, now go talk to me. I'm not break the law. But you have slave catchers out there, guys as police officers, which are in fact policy enforcers. You have policy enforcers, and you have law enforcers. Wanna enforce law, wanna enforce policy. We have to know the distinction. You understand? If you enforce law, you can talk to me. Because I know you're going to deal with me on a level where it's respectable, lawful, and you're going to maintain or be cognizant of your oath of allegiance when you approach me lawfully. Now, when you approach me as a policy enforcer, you're outside the law. Because you don't have no authority for even engagement. And this is what I express, and will prove that in any court. This is why I think it's an absolute victory over the presumptive authority. My good brother Joel Jaguar had a case yesterday when there's a destiny. And I'm so proud of that man. Yeah, man. Really proud of that man because the man stick with it. and to know where the man come from and to know where he is mentally. Yeah, it's a great achievement because we all learn together. And one of the things, Joel ever get a chance to express himself later. But one of the things when said to me is when everything done, the magisterial clerk Donald P. Hart, make a concerted effort for meet him at the front when him leave. And shake him and say, congratulations and thank you for not embarrassing me inside the court. Contemplate that. Now that's a respectable man. That's an honorable man, but he can humble himself and concede that way. God I know me tear up Nantucket publicly. And the moment me and Joel have that discussion and thing, me just make all of the Nantucket information private. When it's all said and done, the court clerk, the hearing of examiner said, him will notify Joel Jaguar of his decision, in a couple of days. So I'm quite sure Joel Jaguar going to get a document saying this case dismissed with prejudice. That means they won't mess with you again. And when the hearing examiner, Donald P. Hart, I try to, I would say, ascertain Joel Jaguar's competence. I kind of love the fact how Joel Jaguar maintained his stance, saying if there is no contract, there is no authority. And all of the parties was at court. Yeah. Farrell Dawes, the police officer involved. Even Kevin Bates, I heard, was in there. And the detective who represent Nantucket Police Department was there. And it was a beautiful evening, according to Joel Jaguar. So, I not have first-hand knowledge. We're going to have probably tapes if we choose. I might just acknowledge this thing as what it is. And a lot of things going to private, as I have mentioned. Most of the ones them were there at the start. Them say, oh, we step out. Them say, oh, we grow. Them say, oh, we mature. And them say, oh, we reach a point where we have to say arm resistance. We totally comprehend. We now go attain with freedom and maintain with freedom. Hold hand and sing. That won't work. You understand? And this is why the advocacy is freedom, not my right to travel. Not none of those political bullshit. We're not in a civil, nothing at all. We're savage. We're outside of their civility. We're not colonized. So we are not civilized. I am cognizant of the distinction. So I express myself accordingly. So when you colonize and can only find interest in the colonization, meaning Donald Trump is doing this, Donald Trump is doing that. Donald Trump is giving this, Donald Trump. And here on the island, oh, the government is doing this, and the government, none of it apply to I, none of it apply to our people. It can only apply to slaves / colonized subject citizen. This is why I say, have to follow them slave process. Yeah, that's their barrier. When you talk about, what is it? Foreign Minister's Office, do the research. Those are the colonizers. Those are the foreigners. I mean, because you can't be a foreigner here in the Western territory. Impossible. So when you see them talk about ICE and all of these federal agencies that do what them do, it only applies to colonized people. It only applies to slaves. Can't apply to you. We can't go in at any one of them immigration court, criminal court, statutory court, traffic any court. And we're going to beat the mess out of these sodomites. Knowledge good at. And we know truth is sovereign, and we are truth. Truth is supreme, and we are supreme. Not them foreign people. Stop being deceived. And I love on a belly too much. And I don't like this truth, because this truth breaks a lot on the heart. Most of them were claimed to be Indian, with these big Indian nations, these big well-published Indian groups. Where were you 10 years ago? Where were you 25 years ago? Where were you when they were so-called fighting for so-called civil rights? American Indians, where were you? We're not talking about the foreign native then, where a CIA creation. We are talking about Uno now where I behave so dominant, like Uno are the authority, when me I look at Uno still colonize. Look at Uno beg for handout. And I can say this. Most of you people are the very same people that them have on the reservations called projects. Most of you people are the very same people that was on that program called welfare, where them put the man out of the house and have the woman as a harlot, just have make babies. And the more babies you have, the more money the foreign government give to you, where you can't have a family life, a family structure, meaning the father, mother, and children. Then allow the woman to compel the father to be a father. Then encourage the woman to kick out the father. You understand? And promote the nonsense that them create in the media. This is what you call programming. That's why them give you TV. When we are little boy, our granny don't even want you watch TV. You know, them old-time Adventist Christian, that them burn everything. Woman nothing wear pants. Woman at them way that them old-time way that. Now this new shit, but when you go to church, you don't know if it's a strip club, you know. That's why you say, that's now man go for the hunt woman. But the problem is then I know say a lot of the women them were heading in that direction there. If them not grow up in a church, most of the one them are when them spoil and mash up and have nowhere else to turn, that's what them head to. So irrespective of who you is and what you is, you have to have knowledge for making informed decision, and that's what we try to do with a share information. Bring some light in some dark places and tell us a question them. The thing them we are going out there will affect you because you're a part of the world system that is out there. And you can't see the illusion. Can't see the illusion. That's the problem of it. You understand? And there's nobody where I bring clarity. Everybody there make money. All these gurus are the business. You know, your gurus are talk freedom. You know, your gurus express these things like how you say we break it down to its core. They can't do it. Most don't know it. This is why I'm saying, run them file. You have people, I said I'm a coach and I train people and I write documents for people for going to court. And these people have never been in court. They've never had to interact with none of these public court officers. No time at all. And these are the very wealthy sodomites out there where I deceive our people. And I make sure them stay in a prison. The first thing you have to do, renounce the citizenship. Have it on paper. Put it on public record. Gazette it. Have some record for say sodomite. Here it is. I'm outside your thing. You go in at any court with a certificate of fact and you're going to win. These things can't apply to you. All you can claim out there is that piece of paper where them said a birth certificate. And that comes from the 14th Amendment in 1866. That's the fiction where them create. And then perfect it in a 1938 when they move from the common law and say everything is negotiable. Then go to the negotiable instruments now. They move from substance and just deal with paper. This is when it has a contract was replaced with agreements, and the agreements can always be presumed while the contract have to be credible, have to be verifiable. These things are called clarity, my people. Yeah, man. Now, again, we say, you public servant, I acknowledge and accept your commercial bond. Now, no understand what I say. Because them have to have a bond, them have to insure, to protect whatever public duties them do out there. So, you accept them commercial bond and public oath or affirmation of allegiance made under penalty of perjury to uphold the constitutional laws, not the bar association rules and regulation. You understand? Now it said, in order to verify a public police officer's statement, complaint, or claim to make it credible, this is where we are said. This is when Joel Jaguar requests their credibility. You understand? And how them prove their credibility. Them anything what them present have to be certified, duly signed and sealed under penalty of perjury. You hear what I say? Duly signed. So when them are sending a piece of paper and only a printed name is there and that document is not duly signed and sealed, them are commit fraud, but them are hope you don't know it. You understand? Them are play that risk management game where them are say you dumb, so them are go, play around and just fleece illegal entity account. This is what most people don't comprehend. You understand? So in order for them to have any credibility, the police officer must present a certified criminal complaint under penalty of perjury, placing said police officer's personal, legal, commercial, and financial liability on the line, on the table. Now we have put them at risk, it's not just us. Now, without complying with this stipulation, the police officer's claim is frivolous at best and malicious at worst. Again, we do not wish to participate in no unlawful matter, and we now order you, hearing examiner, to dismiss this matter with prejudice upon request of the sovereign area, Western Territory, what we now call Commonwealth, what we now have no jurisdiction. When the jurisdiction exists within the political constituencies. Now, if what me I said don't make no sense, I'm just I talk gibberish, then any learned one out there present the information where you can rebut us, and that way we can learn, and we're going to salute you as the area will help us to improve. Don't just attack us. This is what I'm telling you. When we stand up this way, and any one of you people out there find any problem with us standing as being free, then you represent the adversary, you represent the enemy. And we're not supposed to show you no mercy. We're not supposed to show you no sympathy. Freedom, we say, we're not there to talk about politics. We're not there to talk about we want to get rich. No, me I say, I and I, warriors out there free. And any sodomite we choose to violate with a judgment, we not play. And there is no sodomite who can take me in a court and say me I incite violence when me I defend, protect, preserve my true existence to be free. There is no guy out there. Why? Because that man have the very same option, the very same obligation, the very same rights, and the very same duty as me. It's not a joke thing, and most people are play out there until you see them get, end up behind bars and being railroaded within the court system and have absolutely no help. Because the market only can turn to an attorney, and the attorney is always working for the adversary. Very rare you find a radical attorney where we salute our kind of information as truth. But these attorneys don't know law. They can only function by way of their legal process. That's what I'm going to school for. Legal process, not law. So I just step by step out the people. Again, the brave may fall, but never yield, and we are set bold and brave. We are set firm and strong. Remember, we have a powerful weapon, which is called CAP, Commercial Affidavit Process. That's a prepare, and a lead, into that direction, because through all of these things are things that we're going to have to apply naturally. Yeah, man. But in order to attain our credibility, we share with information. And that is it. So anyway, people, let us pass through with a quick, vibration. And probably later on today when ones and ones up and about, my brethren, I got have to express himself publicly. And we don't have no problem doing that. Actually, we're not criminal. I always say we transparent. We don't have nothing to hide. What we are dealing with is, truth, law, justice, freedom that we are dealing with. Non-political, sovereign, American national. That are our status, our social status. Yeah, man. And whether they like it or not, we bring that change. We're not slave. It's only the slave I do what most ones out there do, and assimilate and associate according to how they are out there. But all we can do is just shine light. Yeah, we're not really can't worry about people who choose to make their own decisions. We can't concern ourselves that way. We just choose to stay resolute in our own pursuit of this truth. Yeah, man. Freedom, freedom in absolute victory over the presumptive adversary. Salute out there. Complete honor, respect, and gratitude, Joel Jagwasi. I'm on love here when they I talk or when they I used to step in I court. All you know a Carlin's information. The one where say, I am a man. I am a man. When Joel give you that, you laugh till you're weak. Or Joel saying, I know nothing else, and just know say I'm a man. And if there is any man, and I'm right. But when you go into these areas, no man and woman that exist inside it. It's all legal fictions. And I must say this, salute Hassan Blake out there. On the island, you have some little people dressy and speaky spooky and go on like them brighty brighty. Or you have a brethren that talks, tell you information about the courts and the rules of the court. And when you go to court, you're supposed to do all of this. I'm there for say this, joker, dunce boy, the whole of not dunce, colonized dunce. Let me express to you what a court is. A court is not that building where you talk about sodomite. What you are talking about is a bank, a business conduct in a those location. The court is always a document. That's the court. The document is the court. It's always paper warfare. Don't be fooled. So when these little people come out of some university and dress fancy, enough of them are some cross-dressing sissy. So I want to impress me. That's why I'm a fire burning up with truth. Esoteric truth. What court? That's why I always carry my court. My document is that court, not the building. Don't be deceived, my people. And what is a court? It's a level playing field. When you're going at any one of these, it's a corporate vessel, a slave ship on dry dock, that's what it is. And when you're going there, you're going to see somebody else, them a judge, sitting all the way up there, and all its minions around, and then put you in one cage, say at a bar. And that's not a court, sodomite. When you carry me in a real court, we are sitting around a table, a round table. Yeah, man. And all of we are looking at each other face, meaning we're all equal. And whatever the discussion is, that's what we do. Not some sodomite I propose themselves like them is God. That's why I'm say decapitation for no. Me are the type of man where bring you right down to the ground. You urinate and defecate no different from any other man out there or woman. And most of them is on the order. On is only imagery. Just imagery. That's why I say we have to prove on credibility. Present your bond. Present your oath that you subscribe before you can talk to it. Present a contract that permit you, meaning giving you jurisdiction to engage or interact with us. You have to show them things that you can't talk it. That's why a time is gonna come where nobody now gonna want to see you, nobody now gonna want to talk to you, nobody won't want to engage them. Yeah, man, a beer war head going to start greeting, brawling, and it's going to become the norm. If we're not correct, then unlawful, unconstitutional activities that are out there. I'm not better correct it. Because no man now gonna play in a slave game with it. No more. And we don't care what Donald Trump do. Donald Trump can't do nothing we apply to we. Donald Trump a colonizer. Donald Trump a slave catcher and slave driver. Donald Trump not impressed with. It's only the slave colonized dunce people. But there is no Indian who can side with Donald Trump. None. Because Indian no vote. Indian can't vote. Indian separate and distinct from where the foreign man do. The non-Indian do. And then clarity here. But it hurt a lot of our people because they're in bed with the foreign oppressors. Them in all kind of contract. Express written contract. Them know what them do with these foreign people. And these foreign people are oppressed with. It's our place, our land. Yet, them say we are prisoners of war, and then them we degrade with to what is now known as commodity. Yeah, we become them business. That's why them give away a business trust and I teach we nothing about it. That's why them remove us from substance and carry in the fictional area. Some people lost at sea out there, totally drifting, unknowingly, or them actively are participating in them enslavement. I'm proud of it. But them totally don't know what it really is. And Babylon placate them, give them all kind of trinkets, just a few of them, and then colonize the mass. And Babylon live like how them a live, like gods. And you live like how you live. Colonize, slave, citizens. I rest my case. I rest my case. May the Most High guide and protect the item. In all the item endeavors, yeah man, accordingly and perpetually, and let truth reign. Yeah man, for our righteousness shall remain. Not change. Can't change. Salute to the dance artists out there. Yeah man. Yeah man. Salute warrior. Know what go on. Cause you are a target. You understand? Yeah man. There is a target out there, brother. And if you not fix up yourself and put yourself in a location where them boy can only look at you, but not necessarily can touch you lawfully. Because them will do anything to you illegally. Yeah man, them will do anything to you illegally, man. Yeah man. But when you sit down and turn up on Lord, them we have to respect it. Hence, when I say I go on a certain way out here, and go on with myself out here, I'm still there out here. Man. Out the people. Good. 3-9. How me fi fear them when I feel me style them in the dark. Dance all that I feel me hard. Tell magic fi press record. Light up a split for city and it's me fully charged. No way at all, me no jam me yard. My teeth full and me whip up it off. Extension pick up it off. Teeth full of teeth like when somebody laugh. But so low fuck up. How we set the trend and them a fi follow. If them no mention dunce, them no make a dollar. The fans them been dunce for the Instagram. I'm not to buy no views when me drop them song. If them bet them lose, they let me check the banner. Louis V. Bamboo, they shut up for a gamma. In a German code, they scream panorama. Or panoramic, or whatever. Don't never shot stop, that can never ever. Gonna check the weather, man done forever. And if I stay show me ready to deliver. Although them find it to bring a bigger picture. We live on the trap. Money and guns and a sip of liquor. Make it get so clean, cause a bigger me trap. Make it lane more clean with a bigger beamer. Oh, me fi fear them. Cap them, no bad like me done them a steal them. Now me friend them a jailin. Gulf left boy face on the pavement. We make a... I must say complete respect to the Spanish Town Ferry Police. Yeah man, the ferry police them wife care give a little issue. And for the whole day we back and forth and the car shut down and wife is feminine she not do, so me have to jump out there and get out there. But she said so they on the ferry and she only see some police just stop and jump out of them car. And they say, Mom, the car is in neutral. And she said she feel the police start push the car and it start run again and direct her right to the Fisco gas station. The police them will do that, they know themselves. This sovereign man a salute the eye them out there. Uno a real police out there, cause uno maintain the flow of traffic and that on a job. And wife said that was so nice, they was so wife they don't want to buy no drink but you don't move too fast. And no say I man go the eye them a drink. So any crew that did out there, uno just come around at my location. You understand? And a bribery. I man, officer, car, we know it's dangerous out there. Even right now, the car make a mess, we have to jump and get something done. But again, we not hate the police out there. I say we respect law enforcement officer. But you see the policy enforcers, who know something else. We said judgment, we don't fuck around. Don't play around. If you don't know how come lawfully, don't come at all. We're not slave around, yeah. And we say arm resistance. You get me? And when we have our things, we all Port Royal sitting them. You understand? We artillery them. Yeah. Uno can't talk to it. Uno can't check out nothing where we have and talk about legality. Yeah, man. You want to blow no off of this planet? You mad? Not chat to it. That's where we are set. And that we are set. And on a maroon sodomite thing, we're born all maroon. I'm not hear me at all. And them sodomite, they make we in a state of condition where a handful of them are play rich, gay and rich and fool the mass. But when a time will come, I bet after a while, all of them we are sing about maroon, like how they used to love sing about Rasta. And I talk about go back to Africa. I want to change it up now, all of a sudden on the indigenous. All of a sudden go and start, so on our West Indian. Until you know, run come forward and say, boy, watch out, we are a walk on whole different level. And now you have to discipline. Now you have to choose the Almighty Creator. Yeah, man. Now you know, say, boy, a law and order and a do what you like with no consequence. No. No. This is when you shall be held accountable. And this a lot of people afraid of, that's why them like them slave life. But me attacks I renounce it. And the people them is afraid. My brethren Joel Jaguar share information said in a 2024 over the US, must 5,000 people renounce it. And I know from my information. And me I tell the people them say don't follow the foreign minister's office. I talk about you need for carry 100, 200,000 and you wait 2 years. Why? Fuck off. You don't have no authority. Your foreign office now above the constitutional common law will create that. This is why I say there is a process for the free man, the lawful man, what them call a lawful process. And there's all kind of processes for the slaves out there. What I must say, name redemption. And you can never be redeemed. So I'm gonna follow what them I do out there. We separate, distinct, and apart. That's why we are the set apart people. We've always been the set apart people until them spoil it. So you have to know yourself, West Indian. You have to know yourself, Ameri Indian. You have to know yourself. You understand? Because everybody come now and claim American. So when me say Ameri Indian, that is appropriate. It's one word. It's one name. Ameri Indian, that is specific. As we go along as Neogenian, we have to evolve. We have to correct ourselves, we have to apply ourselves, and we have to improve ourselves, and we have to express ourselves. You understand? And the slave can't do that. That's why I'm born on unapologetically. What Indian are you when you're assimilated, totally controlled by the foreign Congress? What Indian are you? Where were you when the colonizers came here? Were your castle there? Because we have a Dallas castle here on this island known as Jamaica. Do the research. Remember, I saw them from war, I show an image when I get on Facebook. I think it's a Corn Palace in South Dakota. And them say it's a structure where our people build. It don't have nothing to do with the Mongolian, those different East Indian looking type race. So them are native now. Nothing to do with those people. Right? If you put one of them ones that beside me, it's a different ethnic, everything different. But them hide our information and spread the Pan-Africanism. That's why I'm a Fireborn, Mota Baruka, and all of these Sizzler kind of Rasta. And them won't go back to Africa. Why the mess you won't carry all of who believe in your nonsense back to Africa somewhere? Let those people hold on cook and eat over there. Let those Boers, Elon Musk bloodline, war with them over there. Go over them on. And spoil around here with the politics. On a cross-dressing politician. These thieves is like a den of thieves when you think about phone politics on a political system. A den of thieves and influence only low IQ people. Only. Pay attention. The colonists them not get involved. Them regulate these things. Because none of what go on apply to these colonists, but it applies to you, subject citizens. Wake up. Wake up, people. You have to wake up. It's time. It's time, man. Anyway, out there. Out there. Salute again, Ferry, police, all of the ones then. Link me around here. And you have, you know, a strength for the island.
3-9. Only to fear them when I feel me style them in a dad. Dance all that I feel me yard. Tell magic to press record. Light up a split for 60 and it's to me fully charged. No way at all, me no drop me guard. My dick full and me with my pita. Next bench and pita. It full of teeth like when somebody laugh. I got me that. So don't fuck up. How we set the trend and them a falla. If them no mention dons, them no make a dollar. The fans them been done for the Instagram. I'm in out to buy no views when me drop them song. If them bet them lose, they let me check the banner. Louis V. Bamboo, the shut up for a gamma. In a German code, the screen panorama. Or panoramic, or whatever. Dons never shall stop, that I never ever. Gonna check the weather, man done forever. And if I still show me ready to deliver, I'll do them fight because to bring the bigger picture. Live on the trap, money and guns and a sip of liquor. Make it game so keen cause a big on the trap. Make Gillian more clean with a bigger beamer. Oh, if you fear them. Cap them, the bad like the guns, them a steal them. Now my friend, them a jailin. Golf left boy face on the pavement. We make a statement, which badness gone enough to maintain them. The love problem, so we go page them. Yeah, feel them from the now hear them. And I just saw them stay, the clock well of spray. They get you with your life, you just pay. The real guns, them make you not just pay. You can't profit, make you let it subway. Links them tough dogs, them a cupcake. The road get portal, give them a update. Talk them a 45 and a dub plate. The string of a soul when this person a must play. What a lane. Fear nobody at all. Took my gun in on me waist, signal left in a car. Anyway, you see the 4 kilos apart. But a regular day dog, ready to war. Never shot star, a rich badness dog, a any car star. Couple day in this dog, no get pissed off. Why you running a head dog, your foot a twist cross. Oh, me be there, dad. Cap them, nobody like the dogs, them a steal them. Now my friend, them a jailin. Golf left boy face on the pavement. We make a statement, which badness gone enough to maintain them. You love problem.
Cough it up out there, warrior. Cough it up out there.
Oh, I'm done.